Were there any like stories or any crazy things that happened, like you know, protests across the sea or whatever, that stick out in your mind?
Protests,
or just like any like cultural differences or something that like an experience that you had that you weren't expecting over another country that was different from here.
In our travels,
Yeah.
Actually, this is maybe an answer to the other question that you asked. For a long time, we saw that women artists, the situation of women artists in Europe was worse than it was in the United States. They had a very kind of macho culture structure. But at the same time, you know, the lives of women in those cultures were a little bit easier, working women and mothers, etc. So it was a funny kind of disconnect. But now the table is kind of turned because they have a very official culture system where the government is very concerned with, the governments are concerned with projecting, you know, an equal image of women in the culture. So European museums are doing a kind of turnaround. Where 20 years ago you would have found them to be really macho places. Now, the Pompidou, for example, for what, 18 months had an exhibition from their permanent collection that was all women. The interesting thing is they sort of did the show because it was cheap, they owned all the work. The director thought it would be a huge risk, and the curators, who were all women, had to sort of sit him down, tie him up, whatever, convince him it was something he needed to do. Well, lo and behold, it broke all attendance records. Income in the museum was up 20%. They extended the show. So that's an interesting thing, because that has not happened in a major museum in New York City.